Hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to I Have Today, where we talk about the art of intentional living. Today is a very, very special episode. This is going to be a two-part series that I'm doing to help you with your mindset. Everything that's showing up in your life is a direct reflection of your mindset. And so what I wanted to do for you is share the mindset hacks that I've learned over the years from incredibly powerful people, idols, influencers. Some are living, some are gone. And then we're also going to do this in a two-part series because we've had many, many guests on here who've shared their brilliance with us. And I want to share that with you. And then also the top 20 mindset hacks that I've learned and I've developed that have had a profound effect on my life. So today's episode, we're going to talk about the top 20 that came from other people who had an influence on me as I was going through my reinvention and my awakening. And I compartmentalized them, and I got the best quotes for you. I'm going to explain why they work. And so there's going to be some writer downers. So make sure you have pen and paper in hand. And you're probably going to want to keep this episode somewhere, download it, replay it, whether you're watching us here on E360 TV, on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you're catching the episode. Maybe you're listening to this in the podcast. You're going to want to listen to this over and over and over again. And you're probably going to want to share this with people in your lives. So I'm your host, Diane Forster. I am an intentional living expert, and I have been hosting this show for 5 years now. And we are all about inspiring, empowering, and educating you through life's transitions. If this is the first time you're here catching the show, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So great to have you. So what we do every week on this show is we do an intention statement. So the title of this show is the top 50 mindset hacks for unlimited power. And again, this is part one. Stay tuned for part two. So this is about getting your mindset in alignment. This is about giving you little anchors. This is what we're all about. Things that you can pull on in a moment's notice to get you out of negative thinking, negative motions into positive. Because as a student of life and the law of attraction is instantaneous. It's everywhere. It's like the law of gravity. We are constantly, attracting. So when we are not getting what we want in our lives, it's because of the way we're thinking. It's our vibration. It's our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our language, our energy. So today is all about giving you hacks that I've learned along the way. I hope you're so excited. Now, before we do that, I want to give you this week's intention statement because this is going to help anchor in everything that we're doing for you here today. Our intention statement is this: I have today to use everything available to have a healthy mindset. Everything available to have a healthy mindset. And what you're going to see is I'm going to share how some of these things have worked for me, how I've been able to implement them in my life. And then as we get into part two, my own and how they came to be and how I'm using these things all the time, not only in my own life, but helping all of my clients and thousands of fans and followers. So that's what it's going to be all about for you. Like, tap into everything that's available, right? It's there for you. So let's use it. So what we do with the intention statement is we create wallpaper on my Instagram page at Diane Forster Official. So if you go to Diane Forster Official on Instagram, give me a follow over there, and then check on my profile. There's a little button called wallpaper, and they are beautiful graphics. There's already a beautiful graphic of there in this section. Take a screenshot of it and then use it as your screensaver so that every time you look at your phone, you're seeing these words. I have today to use everything available to have a healthy mindset, because you can. It's at your disposal. And when you see that over and over as you look at your phone for the week, it's going to get anchored in. And all of a sudden, that intention statement, that affirmation will become a part of your consciousness and your language and your awareness. That's a big word I'm going to use a lot today, is awareness. When it's in your awareness, then you can do something about it. We can't change what we're not aware of. So that'll help you do it. So, all right, I don't want to waste any more time because I have so much to share with you today. So I hope you're ready to write some of this stuff down. Please do share this episode with as many people as you can. I would love for you guys to do like a little like a viewing party and talk about it, because this is all about empowering. Remember, I'm here to help you to live empowered, inspired lives to your highest, greatest, fullest potential. And these idols and influencers have helped me. So here we go. Let's start with number one. Number one mindset hack comes from none other than Louise Hay. And she taught me thoughts become things. I knew this concept, but I really didn't understand it until I really started reading her, studying her work and her book, You Can Heal Your Life. Years and years ago, 20 some odd years ago, I read that book, and it started to open me up, and I realized, oh, thoughts really do become things. Whatever we think about, we bring about. And so whatever you're thinking is what you're attracting. So are your thoughts positive or negative? So remember that. Thoughts become things. So when you're struggling with your mindset, put that anchor in there. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. So if you don't want it, don't be thinking about it. All right. That's hack number one. Hack number two comes from the late, great Wayne Dyer. This is my favorite quote of all time, you guys, and he got it from Buddha. And it's this: have a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. So when you're manifesting, if you're so stringent in what it is that you want, it's in a box, it's so tight, it's so like exact, what happens is you block the opportunity of the universe bringing you something better. So it's okay to want what you want. It totally is, but have a mind that's open to that or something greater. And then don't be attached, because when we're attached to it, oh my God, I want it, I want it, I want it. What the universe energetic feeling is that you're giving the universe is, I don't have it. That's the language, the frequency, the vibration, the translation of the message. So have a mind that's like, oh yeah, I want this. And wouldn't that be nice? I'm open to that or something greater. And you know what? I'm going to let go of any attachment to it, because I just know by putting that message out there, that vibration and that frequency, that it's coming to me. All I have to do is let go of the attachment and it will come. So powerful. So thank you for that, Wayne. All right, number three is from Marie Forleo, and it is Everything is Figureoutable. She wrote an amazing book about this, and this is so true. We get so stuck in our ways and in our problems and in our situations. And then if we just had the motto and the mantra of, well, everything is figureoutable, how much easier would you be responding in your life versus reacting in your life? Because again, that comes from, oh, something's wrong. Instead of looking at it as, wait a second, this is easy to figure out. There's a solution to this. And actually, I'll throw in a bonus one, Deepak Chopra. There's a spiritual solution for every problem. It's Deepak Chopra's quote. So everything is figureoutable. It is. There is no problem that doesn't have a solution. So keep that, because when you're struggling with quote unquote problems, what you're doing is asserting your energy, and pushing negative energy, stress, overwhelm towards something. If you just relaxed and sat back and said, well, everything is figureoutable. Universe, what is the solution? Can you bring it to me? I know there's a solution. So what is it? And then tap in, pay attention to the signs and the messages that you get. Okay, let's keep going. Next on the list is from my dear friend, Noah St. John, who changed my life when I read his book, Affirmations. Now, affirmations are affirmations that are not stated, they're positioned as a question with the word why in front of it. Because when we say an affirmation and we don't really believe it, our subconscious mind's going, no, that's not true. You're not I'm a millionaire. No, you're not, Diane. You're not. But if we say, why am I? And we pose things as a question, now we just put the part of our brain that goes into solution mode and finding answers to work. It's a much different activity on the brain, and the RAS will go look for clues to make that true. It's like going on Google and doing a search. If you put that in, if you put a question in there, it's going to search and find it. That's what's going to happen with your brain too. So my favorite one that I created based on Noah's work is, every day I say this: why does this day keep getting better and better? Why does this day keep getting better and better? In fact, if you've read my book, A Better Today, this is a 30-day challenge to improve your life with, it's a fun, inspirational, motivational challenge. Day one, I ask you to say all day long, why does this day keep getting better and better? And I'm telling you, watch how your days keep getting better and better. You can expand on it if you want. And you can say, why does my life keep getting better and better? Anything. Why does my health keep getting better and better? Why is my love life getting better and better? Anything you want. But thank you to my friend Noah St. John, because that has been a mindset hack that has helped me so much. Okay, next on the list is by none other than Gary Vaynerchuk. Now, I could quote a lot of things from him. This is one of the greatest hacks that I've learned that I use in my life. When I'm working on anything or doing anything, when I'm deciding whether I should, do anything, attend an event, get in a, business relationship with anybody, start working on another project, anything in my own business and life, I ask myself, am I passionate about this? Am I passionate about this? Because if I'm not passionate about it, I'm not doing it. Because, passion is what you're supposed to be feeling every day. You're supposed to be waking up every day, jumping out of your bed, excited about your life. That's one of my mindset hacks. Like, I jump out of bed every day, excited about the day in front of me, because I live with passion every day. And thanks to Gary, that's one of the reasons why. Because I ask myself now, am I passionate about this? So I've never worked harder in my life, but I'm doing it with passion every day. So it never feels like a day of work, ever, ever, ever. Like doing this right now for you, so much fun. I want that for you. Add that to your mindset toolbox. Am I passionate about this? And if you're not, it has to go. It has to go. All right. Next on the list is from one of my greatest idols, Mel Robbins. Love Mel Robbins so much. The 5-second rule. Now, when she brought out this concept and her book came out, I was blown away. I loved it. I devoured that book. I loved all the stories. I loved her story, how just giving yourself that 5-second boost, that countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to get up and move in inspired action does not allow the mind to get in the way. Because the mind's job, really, its role is to keep you safe. And it keeps you in fear. It keeps you familiar. It's an antiquated operating system. So we have to let the body start becoming the mind, as Dr. Joe says, and I'm going to get to him in a little bit. But what we want to do is we want to break that habit, okay, and not let it happen. So if we say, as you're laying in bed and you don't want to get out of bed, or whatever the decision you have to make, you got to make that phone call, that sales call, or end that relationship, or, do the thing that you really don't feel like doing it. Spoiler alert, most times you never feel like doing it anyway. You're never going to wake up and just feel like doing it. But her 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, her 5-second rule has helped me so much to get up, get out of the bed, make the decision, make the move, go work out, make the phone calls, do all the things that I need to do, reach out to people that I feel fear about, and just do it. That's been a huge mindset hack for me. So thank you, Mel Robbins, for your amazing work. She blew us away twice, blew me away twice. First with the 5-second rule and then the high five habits. So this has been instrumental in mindset hacking. All right. Next on the list, Rhonda Byrne. Rhonda Byrne, oh, your work with The Secret, everything, the magic, the power, the greatest secret, everything you've done. These 3 words, this one question, you have transformed my life. I ask this all day, every day, you guys. Am I aware? Am I aware? Meaning, am I aware of who I truly am? Of the divine power, the infinite intelligence, the all-knowing, all-being collective consciousness. That is who I am. There is no separation. And if I'm aware of that, then I have the ability to create anything I want. Literally, to be, do, and have anything I want. I just have to remember that. So what happens is we get so busy in our lives, in the day-to-day, in the minutia, low vibrating energy, and we forget. So her work, especially her book, The Greatest Secret, if you haven't read it, you have got to get that book. And I think, you know what, team, let's remember this, to put a list of all these books that have powerfully impacted my life. We're going to put these in the description notes and give you the opportunity to go and get those books. So am I aware? Asking that all day, every day. Remember that when you're struggling and you're not feeling good, go, oh, wait, am I aware? So thank you, Rhonda Byrne. Could not love you more. All right, next on the list. This list would not be complete without the one and only Oprah Winfrey. This is what I learned from Oprah. Of the bajillion things that I've learned, this has had the greatest impact on my life. In fact, I am labeled and branded an intentional living expert. I don't do anything without intention either. I teach people how to live with intention, how to operate in their lives, personally and professionally, through intention. And when we get to part 2, I'm going to teach you some of the intentional formulas that I created that allow that for things to manifest in my life so fast, for me to be so productive in so many ways in my life. So what Oprah taught me is always asking, what is the intention? What is the intention for this? Ultimately, why? What is the why of why you're doing something? And what is the outcome that you're hoping to achieve? So if you don't know why you're doing something and you don't know where it's taking you, what that target is, then why the heck are you doing it? That creates chaos in your mindset. When you know the intention, you know the outcome that you want to have, it's a lot easier to say no to things, a lot easier, without guilt, without feeling bad, without the need to people please, all these limiting beliefs running in our mindset. When you know that and you have that clarity around it, you make decisions a lot easier. And things manifest into your life. They just start falling in your lap and in your awareness. It's amazing how it works. So thank you, Oprah Winfrey. I love you so much. I ask, because of you, what is the intention? So what is the intention for you? All right. Next up on the list is Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks is the collective energy entity being that Esther Hicks channels. I discovered the work of Abraham Hicks, really became a student of it in the year 2014. I will never forget the moment that happened for me. I was listening to a rampage of appreciation about love, and it pierced my heart, and I got it. I understood it. But the biggest thing that I've learned, of the many, many things, and I have all the Abraham Hicks books, I've been to the events, I'm a huge student of this work, I love it. What I say to myself, my mindset hack is this: tuned in, tapped in, turned on. This is a little similar to Rhonda Byrne with Am I aware? Am I aware of the power, right? But what tuned in, tapped in, turned on means to me is, you can have all the intentions to do whatever it is you want to do or need to do or want to manifest, But if you're doing this straight from using just your mind instead of tapping into the power, the resources, the quantum field, the collective energy source to help you, it's like vacuuming your carpet without it being plugged in. It's like trying to toast bread without the toaster being plugged in. You are not using a fraction of what's available for you to help you. You're struggling in it by yourself. You don't have to do this on your own. So, what I teach, and I'll talk about this in part 2 deeper, is a process called genifesting. Genifesting is generating manifestation so much faster by using 3D, 5D, the physical, the metaphysical, left brain, right brain, all of it. This is what this show is all about. Remember what the intention statement was at the beginning of this? I have today to use everything available to have a healthy mindset, using everything available. So write down, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, till you start to understand, oh yeah, I'm going to pray. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to listen. I'm going to tune in and tap in and turn on that channel so that I can receive and allow and attract in my life. So powerful, you guys. Okay. So thank you, Abraham. I just adore you too. I love everybody on this list. And by the way, this is the top 20. There are others, but I wanted to give you what I found that had the biggest influence in my life to you, and see how you can use that in your own life. All right. Next on the list is the late, great Bob Proctor, who's also had such a profound effect on my life, such a student of his work, so many things. I'm so blessed I got to meet him in person. And Bob Proctor taught me one of the greatest lessons. One of the top things I learned from him is this: want is the only prerequisite for making a decision. Wanting it. You don't have to know the how. The how is not any of your business. That's the universe's job. You're supposed to have the energy and the frequency and the vibration of the desire, the desired outcome. I want it because I want it. I want it because it'll be fun, because it'll feel good, because, I'm part of this, I get to want what I want because I want it. I don't even need to have a reason. If I don't want one, like if I don't really have one, I don't have to. But wanting it is all you need. The how is the universe's job. He talked about in some of his work, he shared so many stories about, this couple who wanted a house. They had this dream house in their mind. They had, quote unquote, supposedly no means to get this house. He made them write a date on the calendar by when they wanted this house. They were very specific of what they wanted. Like, they kind of knew what they wanted. And he would say, "All right, write it down, pick a date. And do you know, that couple moved into their dream house beyond their expectations on that date? The universe went out of its way to bring them everything they needed to get that house, all the resources, right? So stop blocking yourself. You get to want what you want. I was doing a coaching session with somebody the other day, and we were talking about, things that I wanted. I said, you know what? I want the experience of being on a yacht. I want to, travel. I want to take next summer off. I want the experience of being on a yacht. I don't want to own the yacht. I just want to be on a yacht, whether that's renting it or have friends that have it, and I said, I want to fly on private jets. I don't need to own the jet. I just want friends who have it or the means to have it. You know what I mean? Like I could rent it. I don't need to buy it. Right. And I say certain things like this, and you guys, it drops in my lap. And back to Abraham Hicks. One of the things that I learned, this is good for you right now, because this is an important point with this mindset hack from Bob Proctor, is Abraham Hicks says it's just as easy to manifest a castle as it is a button, right? You can have a mansion or manifest a quarter. Same amount of energy and desire. Go back to Wayne Dyer. Have a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing, right? You get to want what you want because you want it. Want is the only prerequisite for making a decision. I hope you guys are getting a lot of value out of this. All right, here we go to the next one. Love this. Vishen Lakhiani. I love you, Vishen. I love all your work. You've taught me so many things. This was one of the greatest mindset hacks that I got from Vishen is, this is a little bit of a layered one. Vishen taught me that we tend to overestimate how much we can do in a year, but underestimate how much we can do in 3 years. And so when I'm coaching with clients, I implemented this straight from his words, straight from his work. When I'm coaching with someone, we're assessing the gap. Where are you now? And then where do you want to be? I always ask them in the future, like, where do you want to be in the future? Where do you want to be 1 to 3 years from now? So I give them a little bit of that latitude, that 3-year span, because we tend to get disappointed if where our desire is that we want something and it's not manifesting as fast as we want. I'm going to talk about Michael Losier in part 2, but one thing he taught me is the only reason why you don't have something in your life is because you've got doubt. There's a level of doubt there, whether it's a little or a lot or whatever. That's the only reason why it's not there. You have doubt there. So when you're manifesting, you're creating, and you're bringing into your life, there's a level of doubt there. And so sometimes what's not manifesting for you is for your own good. Because if you got everything you wanted the second you wanted it and you weren't ready for it, think about the lottery winners, the people who lose everything. They're not ready for that, right? You need time to be to get ready to be ready. Now I'm quoting Abraham Hicks. See, they're all working together. So what Vishen taught me is, okay, well, I could have those desires, and then I will be preparing myself to be ready for those things. And I know sitting here in front of you today, I am a totally different person than I was a year ago. I am a way different person than I was 3 years ago. How much I've grown and evolved, right? So you have to be prepared for what's coming for you. So it also gives you that little bit of breathing room to allow your manifestations to come. It's kind of like learning how to walk. The ability is within you. You were born with it. The knowledge is there. But it takes you about a year to have that happen. You have to catch up to the knowing. So you have to catch up to the knowingness and the readiness. Knowingness, is that a word? Yes. And the readiness to be able to receive the things. I hope that makes sense. So Vishen, thank you so much. I mean, so many other things. Blissipin, and the corporate culture and all the things that you've taught me. You've had such a profound effect on my life. I've done so many Mind Valley courses and trainings, and I watch you in wonder and awe and glory. And I love that you take us all on the journey as you're expanding. And so Vishen is one of my greatest idols and teachers. So 1 year versus 3 year. Okay. Next is, what's up next? Dean Graziosi. Oh my gosh. The Millionaire Success Habits, this book changed my life as well. There's so many things I could quote about Dean. I love the DOT process. I love so many things about him. But this quote really, really helped me a lot. And it's play the game like you're number one. You're number one. Because guess what? You are. And when you carry yourself as number one, whatever that is, whatever the sport or the game or the industry, wherever that shows up in your life, like you're number one, you will rise to that. You will be that. Not only in your life, others will see you like that. That will be the energy that you're emitting. And this isn't bragging. This isn't boastful. This isn't obnoxious. You're only rising to your unlimited potential. We all have that. So play the game in your life like you are number one. I'll tell you a story how this plays out in my life. One of the things that I do, here's a bonus mindset hack I'm going to give you about me, okay, that I use. People have said to me many, many times, I've been at concerts and stadiums with 50,000 people. And my girlfriend says to me, oh my God, Diane, I was way across the field and I was wondering, where is Diane? And she goes, and my eyes immediately went to you. And I shook my head. Yeah, I know. I know. I've been at events and parties with hundreds of people. They come up to me and said, God, there's so many people here. You're the only person I saw and recognized. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been picked out of crowds to do things. My Good Morning America flash mob dancing moment with Carlton, doing the Carlton. I don't know if I've ever shared that story with you. Anyway, there were 100 people on the set of Good Morning America. There were 100 of us flash mobbers in the background, and there was 4 professional dancers. And the choreographer and producer came out and saw us doing a dress rehearsal, and they looked over at me. And not because I'm a good dancer, because trust me, I was hiding in the back. I was actually on my phone checking, and they said, you right there, you come up. We want you to be front and center with everybody here, with the professional dancers. And my sisters and friends and the people that were with us were looking at me, giving me a dirty look. And they came up to me after. One of them said, how come you got picked? Why did these things happen to you? And here's what I said. I'm the biggest, brightest energy in the room. Whenever I enter any situation, I go, well, I'm the biggest, brightest energy in the room. I'm the biggest, brightest energy in the room. Those who are meant to be attracted to me come to me, right? I put it out and put that intention out there. So I'm playing the game like I'm number one. And so what if you started doing that? Play that little game hack with yourself. Start saying to yourself, I'm the biggest, brightest energy in the room. And let me know what starts to happen for you. So again, this isn't bragging. This is awareness. Am I aware? Do I know my power? You see how all of these are building together? All right. So thank you, Dean Graziosi. Love you so much. All right. Next on the list. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I love him so much. I love you so, so, so much. I went to his week-long retreat earlier this year, and I've been a student of his work. I do his meditations on a regular basis. He is one of those in the collective, me using everything available that helps improve my life. Now, this I got so crystal clear when I attended the event. I didn't understand that I was doing this wrong. And what I wrote here is set a clear intention with an elevated emotion. Now, I was doing that. Oh, I get it. I get it. I do intention all the time. That's my jam, man. I was putting the intention out there. What I was doing wrong was I was putting the emotion out there too. What he explained with his adorable, terrible penmanship and drawings, which were so fun, was you put the intention out, the clear intention, but then you pull the elevated emotion in to your heart. I was like, oh my God, ding, 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 light bulb moment. It finally made sense to me. And ever since I got that, things have been manifesting so much better. So we have to put out our intention of what we want, right? We're creating our future. One of the hacks I'm going to share with you is that, you actually have to become, your life has to come from you. And otherwise, if you don't, it's happening to you, right? So you put the intention of what you want out there because you can create anything you want. But then that's sort of the what you're putting out there. The why is, how will it make me feel? How will I feel when I have this thing? What will my life feel like? What's going to look like? Like being in it, pull it into your heart, okay? Because I'm going to teach you in part 2 about the 3 minds that we have. And guess what? Your heart is number 1. So Dr. Joe Dispenza taught me about setting a clear intention with an elevated emotion and the way that works. If you're listening to the podcast, I'm putting the intention part out and then I'm pulling the emotion into my heart. So thank you, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I love you so much. All right, next on the list is Ed Milet, and love him too. Oh my God, all these people are so amazing. The Power of One More, his brand new book came out. Such a concept, you guys. If you're having trouble with your mindset, you're never going to feel like doing the thing. This is back to Mel Robbins, 5-second rule, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The power of one more that Ed Milet learned from his dad, because his dad was such a powerful influence on his life, and he, passed away not that long ago. Was, his father taught him, I'm not going to drink for one more day, and Ed practices, I'm going to do one more rep or make one more phone call or, write one more email or whatever the one more is, to push yourself past that limit of where you think enough is. What a powerful mindset hack that is. What a feeling of accomplishment he has every minute of every day of his life because he's practicing the power of one more. So much confidence builds from that. So thank you for that, Ed. That's been a powerful influence on my life too. And what I'm proving it today, you know what? We're doing this show right now, and we're doing another show, and we're doing a webinar today. When in my life have I ever done three things in the same day? I'm practicing this, and I'm practicing this because of you, Ed. Thank you. All right, next. Michael Sanders. Woohoo! This is for you. I could not love you more. I could not love Jennifer. I could not love the experience that you've been going through, and your heart and soul that you share everything. Beautiful baby Hannah, Rue. I am a super fan of you, and your book, AWE. Automatic writing exercise has been so profound on my life. When I got your book, I wish I had it handy because it's filled with Post-it notes, highlights. I practice this so much. That book, following your practice, totally opened up to OMG, what the universe showed me, what spirit, my angels, my guides showed me was the creation of the I Have Today network, which we're building right now. That would have never come in, or who knows how much longer it would have taken had I not done this. The mindset hacks that have happened because I started practicing automatic writing your way, the way you taught it. And I can't shut it off. Like spirit's talking to me all the time now. I was having this experience already, but it opened up the floodgates. So now it's constant. It's all the time. I can draw on it anytime. And that is 100% attributed to you and the impact you made on my life with automatic writing. So you guys, if you don't have his book, again, we're going to have links for all the books that I'm talking about today that have had this profound effect on my life, that's contributing to everything available for the change, to be able to be living the way that I'm living and the way I want you to be living. Use these mindset hacks. So Michael Sanders, thank you for the automatic writing exercise practices because they really changed my life and up-leveled it. And I want to stop for a second and say to everyone who I'm shouting out, would love nothing more than to have you all on my TV show I Have Today and share your brilliance with the audience. So just putting that out there. So thank you, Michael Sanders. All right, next on the list is, of course, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins taught me about state. I never understood this until he explains this. In order to change your life, you need to change your state. That basically means your identity, your state of being. You can't be like I said, in order to become what you want to become, you must become it first, right? And your life has to come from you. Otherwise, it's happening to you. So if you want all these things in life, you want to be in the best shape of your life, you want to be in the most romantic relationship of your life, you want to run thriving, amazing businesses, you want to give back to the world, you got to change your state of mind, and you got to carry yourself as if you already are that. You got to give the mind the instructions. You got to tell it what it needs to hear, what it needs to see, what it needs to feel, the body, what to feel, all the emotions, everything with NLP that allows you to become that. So in order to change your life, you've got to change your state of being. You won't become it without it. You won't. You will continue to stay where you are and stay stuck. So thank you, Tony Robbins. To everybody, I hope you got that. Please write that down. All right. Next on the list is James Altucher. All right. Your work, incredible. James Altucher's work. I love this habit. This turned on my idea faucet, and so many things came through to me. I have the outline for, I want to say 20 books now that I got from this practice alone. I've moved in such quick action in my life and creative expression and productivity in every area of my life because of this one mindset hack that I used. You know what James does? He writes down 10 ideas a day. 10 ideas a day. He buys those inexpensive restaurant menu books, those little tablets, those little notepads, and he writes down 10 ideas a day. Now, can you imagine writing down 10 ideas a day? Like the first couple might come to you easily. What he says is by the time you get to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, your brain is sweating. Now, 10 ideas a day is 3,650 ideas in a year. If you had 1 million idea or $1 billion idea, $1 million idea or $1 billion idea behind that, would that have been a wealth? Let me rewind. If you had one idea out of that was $1 million or $1 billion idea, would that practice have been worth it? I think so. So I used to do it every day. And here's what I started to do with it. James, if you're listening to this, I started taking the 10 idea a day concept. I would take one idea a day and I would write 10 ways to do it, right? 10 ways to monetize it, 10 ways to create it, 10 people to help me with it, whatever it was, and OMG, the expansion. So what a mindset hack. Because what we do, if we don't execute on our ideas, we don't write our ideas down, we don't expand on them, and you're full of ideas, believe me, you are full of ideas, then how can we manifest them? They stay out there, out in the, land of ambiguity. That's what I call it. Nothing gets done with it. The ideas die on the vine. Nobody, some other energy or entity will pick it up. Thank you, James Braden, for sharing that little tip and brilliance. It's your ideas to create, and it's your responsibility to do it. And you'll get the guidance on how to act on it if you sit and do this process. This is such a great mindset hack. So thank you, James Altucher. 10 ideas a day. All right, next on the list is from Albert Einstein. This is another one. This is again back to state, back to identity. You can't solve a problem with the same thinking that caused it. You can't solve problems with the same thinking that caused them. You can't do it. Again, you got to change your state. So what would it be like to solve this problem? What would it be like to get the answer to this? What might the answer look like? See how these are great questions to ask. All right, so what's the solution? Well, I don't know. But if I did know the solution, what would the solution be? Put your brain to work on it. Open yourself to be receiving the answers, because back to Marie Forleo, guess what? Everything is figureoutable. So if you can't solve the problem with the same thinking that caused it, what thinking might help you do it? And that is asking questions, maybe writing down those ideas, maybe changing your state. All the things that I've been sharing with you from all of these influencers and idols that I looked up to, all of this brilliance. So thank you, Albert Einstein. All right, here we go. There's 2 more left. Neville Goddard, major influence on my life. I love this. The world is a mirror, forever reflecting what you are doing within yourself. Translation, whatever is showing up in your life is a direct reflection of what's going on with you. It's a direct reflection of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're speaking, what you're doing, what you're focused on. What are you focused on? Because if you're suffering in health, guess what? It's coming from within you. The signs, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You can tell. And if whatever your bank accounts look like, whatever your relationships look like, the world is a mirror reflecting what you're doing, and it's within yourself. So go back to what I said about Rhonda Byrne and asking, am I aware? Am I aware? Am I aware? So, and ask, what is my intention? That Oprah said, with every decision that you make. I'm going to help you more with that in part 2 with some of the hacks that I use. All right. So the world is a mirror, forever reflecting what you are doing within yourself. Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. The last mindset hack today. Marianne Williamson. You need not apologize for being brilliant, talented, gorgeous, rich, or smart. When you are feeling bad about yourself, remember who the heck you are. Remember, am I aware? You can say, I am the, biggest, brightest energy in the room, that it's not bragging. Stay tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Remember, play the game like you're number one. All the things that I shared today. You are an infinite, unlimited being. You are part of everything in the universe. You are the universe. You are creator. You're as significant as that. And then you're also a grain of sand in the whole thing. Your goal, role, and duty in this body during this human experience is to shine like the bright star that you are, is to be the biggest, brightest energy in the room, is to not apologize for being brilliant, talented, gorgeous, rich, or smart. That's what you're here to do. And Marianne Williamson, thank you so much for lighting up that inside of me and the millions and millions of lives that you light up every single day with your work. I hope you guys got so much value out of that. I want to just run down the names really quickly. We're going to have books for all of this in the show notes. And they were Louise Hay, Wayne Dyer, Marie Forleo, Noah St. John, Gary Vaynerchuk, Mel Robbins, Rhonda Byrne, Oprah Winfrey, Abraham Hicks, Bob Proctor, Vishen Lakhiani, Dean Graziosi, Joe Dispenza, Ed Milet, Michael Sanders, Tony Robbins, James Altucher, Albert Einstein, Neville Goddard, and Marianne Williamson. In no particular order, and this is just 20 of the people that have had massive impact and influence on my life, that helped me use everything available to have a healthy mindset. This is our episode part 1 of 2 in the top 50 mindset hacks for unlimited power. This was 20. We are going to have 30 in the next episode. Now, before we go, 2 quick things. Number 1, if mindset is an issue for you and you want to manifest better, faster, easier, then I invite you to enroll in my Mindset and Manifestation 6-day challenge, where I'm going to help you understand where your limiting beliefs came from, how to reframe them, mindset and manifestation hacks that are going to teach you something you've never learned before. And then I end this challenge amazingly with a way to go from spiraling down in negative thought to spiraling up in positive thought in 20 seconds or less. So that's at mindsetandmanifestationchallenge.com. Mindsetandmanifestationchallenge.com. All right. As we end this episode today, I want to end it the way I end every episode, which is with a powerful mantra meditation. I'm going to incorporate everything that we learned today. So let's just take 2 quick breaths in. We're going to breathe in for the count of 4. We're going to hold it for the count of 8. And then we're going to breathe out for 8 seconds like we're blowing out birthday candles. Let's get rid of all that negative emotion. And we're going to do that 2 times and then just listen to the words. So here we go. You ready? Close your eyes. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blow it out. God, that feels good. Let's do that one more time. You ready? Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and blow it out for 8. That's a modified version of my rainbow breath meditation. Just close your eyes, stay relaxed, and listen. I have today to love my life. Something really good is going to happen to me today. I can feel it. Miracles big and small, I notice them all. Yes, 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 thank you. I have today to use everything available to have a healthy mindset. I'm going to tap in to everything that Diane shared with me today, these top 20 mindset hacks. I'm going to pay attention to them. I'm going to use them. I'm going to tune in, tap in, turn on. I'm going to know that thoughts become things and everything is figureoutable. I'm going to have a mind that's open to everything and attached to nothing. I'm going to keep saying to myself, why does this day keep getting better and better? And ask, am I passionate about this before I do anything? I'm going to follow the 5-second rule. Ask, am I aware? Ask, what is my intention? I'm going to know that want is the only prerequisite for making a decision. And I'm going to think about things in a scale from 1 year versus 3 years. I'm going to play the game like I'm number 1. Set a clear intention with an elevated emotion. I'm going to use the power of 1 more. I'm going to automatic write and get my visions and dreams to come to fruition for me. I'm going to know that in order to change my life, I got to change my state. I'm going to write 10 ideas a day. I'm going to know that I can't solve a problem from the same state it was created in. And I'm going to know that the mirror that is the reflection of my life is showing up everywhere around me. And I am going to shine like the bright star that I am, knowing that it is my right. And I will not apologize for being the brilliant, talented, gorgeous, rich, smart, beautiful being that I am. I am so grateful that I now understand this. And from this day forward and every day forward, moving from here, I'm going to say, I have today to love my life. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. This is I Have Today with Diane Forster. Catch us every week live. Follow me at DianeForster.com, on social media at Diane Forster Official, and the name of the show, I Have Today with Diane Forster. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.